Well, here we are back, episode 4, and they haven't fired us, Mr. Brightman.
I'm glad they haven't.
Oh my goodness, the pressure is on again. So here we are back for the 4th edition. This is going to be airing January 15th all the way through January 30th, and we are talking everything Estero High School and Wildcat Nation. And Mr. Brightman is there. First of all, parents, just to let you know, this is our vehicle to get to you and students about what's going on at Estero every month and possibly kind of weekly because everything changes at our school so rapidly. So, Mr. Brightman, anything coming up that the parents need to be made aware of?
Yeah, I'll just give you a brief little snapshot. We've got a big day on January 20th. That is the school choice application window opens up. So if you want to be an Estero Wildcat, you've got to get that application in because this does fill up very quick. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. Also want to mention that there is coming up in February, we have a leadership conference that we'll go into a little bit later. But this is it's actually Lead Hership, so great opportunity for young women.
Yes.
The 13th of February, we have our, it's an opportunity for students to submit their elective course selection. So they're ranking those elective courses that they want to be in. So that's big. And then lastly is an upcoming career fair that our seniors will be able to participate in. And we hope that will be beneficial for them. So
those are such big activities coming up. And we're going to illuminate those more at the end. So stay tuned for the whole podcast, and you can listen to this in your car, listen to it at home. We hope that you're sharing it with your friends. We would love that. And also, let's talk about what our guests are. Who are our guests for this version?
We have some more great guests. Okay, so first of all, for a teacher, all right, we have Miss Kirby that will be on.
Oh, she's going to be amazing.
She is.
She is very joyful and happy,
yes,
so I can't wait to have her on there.
To see her on here. And then we have two really great students. We've got Michael Lau and Emily Custo. Okay, two seniors that...
two incredible seniors.
Have both excelled, and we're looking forward to talking to them. And then lastly, but not least, we have Jack Mancini.
Mr. Jack.
Yes, a business partner of ours, and we're looking forward
You're gonna get a lot of wisdom there, Mr. Brightman, from Mr. Jack. So, and Mr. Mancini's been in the area for many years, and he's going to give us a lot of information today on what real estate,
and
business,
advice for being successful in life.
You got it. Can't wait to get to that segment. So please stay tuned today as we give you our Wildcast version, episode 4, and thank you for everybody for being along with us.
Jack Mancini consistently sells more real estate in Estero than any other agent. Trusted, reliable, and straightforward. Jack is ready to assist with all your real estate needs. Jack sells more because he does more.
Here we are back in the Wildcast podcast, and we are in another important segment, Mr. Brightman, and this is where we bring the most incredible teachers at Estero onto the podcast, in which we call Miss Kirby, we call this the Wildcast. So you can get a little wild today. It's okay. But first of all, you have such an amazing reputation. I'm brand new to the school, but when I ask around the best teachers, your name always comes up, and I know Miss Seelick loves what you do. And I just want to first welcome you to the podcast, and we're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we thank you for your passion, your creativity, and everything you do for our school. And with that, we're turning it over to Mr. Administrator himself, the one and only Mr. Brightman, who's brand new to the school as I am, and he's going to ask you some of the questions.
Fantastic.
Thank you for being here, Ms. Kirby. I want to start by saying I remember my first week being at Estero. The admin team and we were walking through classrooms, and your room was one of the rooms we went into.
Yes.
And I remember seeing how passionate you were about your students and about what you were doing. And it was very evident that you're an outstanding teacher. And when we left the room, the admin team informed me that you are an outstanding, amazing teacher. And one of the things they spoke about was the impact that you have on our students and
well, I appreciate that.
Their growth and just how you get kids to where they need to be. All right, so we'll have you talk a little bit about that, but maybe you can just tell us about your path and what led you to where you're at now as a teacher.
Fantastic. I've been at Estero for 3 years. What brought me to Estero is I actually started substitute teaching. I was not a teacher for a long period of time. I'm new to the career itself.
Okay.
My oldest son graduated in 2023 from Estero High School, and he was a swimmer. And Miss Puckett, who is our head reading teacher, her daughter was a swimmer. And that's how we knew each other. And so they brought me over because the teacher left mid-year. And then I was given the suggestion that maybe I should make this a permanent thing and maybe get my teaching certificate. So that's what I've done.
Well, we're very happy that you did that.
Now, don't you also have a daughter who swims?
I do. I have actually 2 more kids. I have a sophomore who is a swimmer and a junior who's a swimmer, Nicholas and Sarah.
And you teach the awesome subject of reading.
Reading, that's correct.
Let's talk about reading. I mean, what made you love reading, and how do you inspire kids to read? Because that is something in my class I'm always bringing up business books to read. But I gotta confess with you, I was not a great reader as a young person.
I wasn't either. I always enjoyed books, but it wasn't something that I was not a great test taker. And that's really what this class is about. So the kids that I have are still missing their reading requirement for graduation. We're one of, I believe, 6 states that requires reading. They have to pass the 10th grade PM3 test in order to satisfy that graduation requirement. So these are the students that are struggling, and some of them have struggled for a really long time, going back to elementary school. Some of them are new to intensive reading. So I have a wide range of students that come to me. And my goal as a teacher is to try and give them the confidence, because I think that's really what it is. It's just showing them that this is not a test of intelligence. It's a test of endurance and logic, and that's a lot of it. So I do try and they do. I mean, nowadays kids have cell phones and they're reading short little things, but reading anything like a novel is not something that they're willing to do or interested in doing. So again, I'm just trying to build that confidence back up.
So I read an email the other day, and it said that Estero High School is recognized as having the fewest number of students in Lee County that still need to pass that test. And you obviously have a huge role in that. So how have you done it? I'm constantly hearing about students that you're helping get to pass that test. And I mean, that's a very impactful thing on their life, but how do you create the impact that you do?
Well, first, I'm so proud of that number. That's really, that's our goal, right? I would say that it has to do with our reading department. We have, starting with Carrie Puckett, who's our head reading teacher. And we have Suzanne Durst, and then Coach Darren Hargy Nelson.
Shout out to Miss Durst. I love her.
I know, they're
I
fantastic.
teach right beside her.
We just have such a strong department. And so I think that by the time they trickle down to me, and I do have mostly 11th and 12th graders, by the time they get to me, they're right there on the edge. It's just a matter of giving them that last little bit of confidence. I do a lot of test-taking strategies. I do a lot of that. And then also building confidence, because a lot of them have a lot of negative self-talk. So I do try and get my students to back away from that. That's not, again, it's not a test of intelligence. It's a test of can you get through it. So I do a lot of that. I do a lot of grammar as well.
Okay.
Grammar is sort of a passion project of mine. Getting them to understand the subject-verb agreement and punctuation patterns and that type of thing. And once they see it, once you give them a couple of tools, they're right there on the edge. They're ready to pass this test.
Yeah. You've kind of already answered this in a way, but there could be some students that when they reach their class, maybe they're frustrated, they're a little discouraged. How do you keep them motivated? How do you keep them going? and getting to the point where they need to be in order to pass the test and be successful?
I just hope I'm a positive person in their life, someone who, you can do this. You're right there. I believe in you. And sometimes it's just hearing that little piece that I do. I believe in these kids. There's not a single person sitting in my class right now that I don't think is capable of passing this test.
It's so funny, Mr. Brightman. Sometimes as you sit here, we really haven't had much time together, even though we teach on the same hallway. But in 5 minutes of being with you, there's a joy about you. And I think that, don't you sense that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so
I try to be joyful.
and happy. You know what I mean? And I always say being joyful is even more important than being happy, because happy sometimes is fleeting. But when you're joyful, it seems like it stays with you. It's just part of your personality. But I can sense that. And where do you get your joy from? What's your inspiration to be so, or have you always been like this?
I feel like I've always been this way. I feel like the alternative is not fun. So
Yeah.
I'd rather be joyful.
Right.
I like to have fun in the classroom. I tell personal stories because in my opinion, I would have been right there with them in intensive reading because I wasn't a great test taker. So that's a skill that as I've grown and matured and now have 3 kids of my own, I think I can look at them through my eyes. I can see that I would have been right there with them. I am definitely the kid that would have been reading and I would have drifted off and not paid attention to the rest. I mean, they're tested on poetry and Greek mythology. Let's be honest with you. It's a little bit dry. So, they don't get to pick and choose what they read. So they have to, I try and give them tricks. Let's fake it until you make it. Let's pretend like Greek mythology is the best thing you've ever read. So I do try and, I know, I'm right there with them.
That's amazing.
Ms. Kirby, tell us, if you had to give advice to students, any freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, what would your biggest piece of advice be for them to be successful in school and just as they go into college and careers?
For freshmen, do not dig yourself a hole. Don't make bad mistakes in right off the bat. If you're struggling in a class, go and talk to your teacher, because there's not a teacher at Estero High School that doesn't want their students to succeed. Even if you get on our nerves, come talk to us. Because once you dig yourself that hole, you're spending the rest of your high school career digging yourself out of it. So as a freshman, don't make bad mistakes. That first semester is so important. Create good study habits. Create good habits. At the very least, turn your homework in. Do not leave a 0 in a grade book. That nothing annoys me more. As a teacher and a parent.
Get that homework done.
Get the homework done, classwork done, because we're not overwhelming with homework. And then I would say, as the years go on, get involved, do something, whether it's a sport or it's a club or it's finding a job that might be something you want to do in the future. Just get involved.
2 questions for you,
Sure.
kind of a little bit with this. You have a daughter that's at the school. How do you navigate that? How does she like having the mom at the school? Because I had a kid at my school, and I want to hear from your perspective. And the only reason why I know that because we gave her the golden ticket to attend the
she got to go to the Miami game.
Miami Dolphin game.
She had a great time.
And then also, I'll ask the second question, but go ahead and hit that one first.
So it's funny. It'd be fun to have my kids tell me that perspective. But honestly, it's been great for them because they come by and take my food. So they never they're always my refrigerator's open to them. They do come and take my, but I think there's a comfort for them too, is knowing that I'm there. I hope that there's a comfort there. I know when Sarah had a bad test one day, I'm her first confession.
Yeah.
So she comes to me and says, this is what happened. Yeah. And, we got to,
so
what do we do?
From a parent's perspective, have you been happy with the education your child has?
Absolutely. My oldest, like I mentioned, he graduated in 2023. Mm-hmm. He is a junior in college now. He is a biology major, and I would say that has everything to do with the teachers that we had in school. He had some really great science teachers, and it was something that piqued his interest, and he's been very successful.
Did you have any mentors when you first started teaching that you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, Carrie Puckett for sure. She knows I love her. She's amazing.
You go, Carrie. You know what? And I have to confess this. So when they said Kirby was going to be on the show, because I asked him, okay, who's the teacher? And she's probably out there laughing right now because she's listening to this. I said, hey, you know you're going to be on the show this week. And she started freaking out. She said, what the pod? You know, and she like, and I said, and then she come, and I kept up with it because I kind of got both of the last names wrong a little bit. And then she said, you're having Kirby on this, because she went back and I don't know who she asked. You asked they asked Kirby, not Puckett. And
that was a football coach, if I'm not mistaken. The Kirby Puckett was
Yes,
a football coach.
yes.
So that's kind of our
Right.
standing joke is with the
and
Kirby
she's from
Puckett show.
Wisconsin too. That's too why I love her too, because she's a Green Bay Packer fan. But anyways, I had you two confused for the show today. Thinking who was going to be on it. But also, before we go into rapid fire with you,
Okay.
it's our little fun thing. Any last
Yeah.
questions you have?
What do you appreciate most about being an Estero High School teacher?
Oh, I think that you guys I feel like I'm trusted. I feel like you guys give me a lot of confidence in myself that I can do what I know is necessary to get these kids across the finish line.
Right.
So that's really, I can't appreciate that anymore. I think it's just a really fantastic work environment. The hall we're on is when dare I say,
Yeah, I kept
the
when
best
I-
on campus.
When I came in, they kept saying, "You're coming to a great hallway. You're coming to a
It
great." And
is.
it really is a great.
It
hallway.
is.
Everyone's willing to help one another. and-
Absolutely. There's not, even with my shoulder teacher, we help each other out. We
Same.
Ms.
We
Paez.
have a new teacher that came in, Marcy Berg, and she's incredible.
Yes, she's amazing.
And I teach next to Mrs. Dirge, another
Reading teacher.
and they are both just amazing people. So, but with that, we have come to the end of the segment, and now we are at rapid fire questions.
Ooh, I'm
And
nervous.
are you ready? These are one-word answers.
One word answers. I can do this.
And here we go. First of all, what do you do for fun?
Hang out with my family.
Most important trait for success.
Persistence.
One word that defines Estero culture.
Positive.
Favorite movie.
Stand by me.
One book every kid should read.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Great book.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Very good. If you could be anything else other than a teacher, what would it be?
Speech therapist. I know, right? I had a late talker. I won't tell which one.
Not a
but
movie star,
I had
Mr.
a-
Brightman. Like you see the hair over there.
I
you
mean,
could've- you could have been anything over there. But anyway, so you would
Speech therapist.
What do they do? Tell us a little bit.
Well, I think it's because I had one of my children was a late talker. So it's just helping kids develop the speaking skills.
And with that, we thank you for being on the Wildcast. I hope you had fun.
It was fun.
And this is your last moment to give any shout-outs you want to give, either to your family, anybody you want to thank up there, anybody you want. The mic is yours. Here's your time for shout-outs.
To all of my students, I know you can do this. I know we can pass this test. I know we're going to graduate. I have 15 seniors left. My goal is to have 0 by the end of the year. I'm proud of you.
There you go. Thank you for being on the
Thank you, Ms.
podcast. You
Kirby.
did a great job, Ms. Kirby.
Thank you.
job, Ms. Kirby.
Appreciate it.
And stay tuned, because coming up next, we'll be bringing in our business person of the podcast coming up next in our next segment. Thank you.
Jack Mancini consistently sells more real estate in Estero than any other agent. Trusted, reliable, and straightforward. Jack is ready to assist with all your real estate needs. Jack sells more because he does more.
Here we are back again in our business spotlight, and do we got a person for you today?
Yes, we do.
He's world famous in Estero,
Yes, he is.
the one and only Jack Mancini of Keller Williams, Jack Mancini, and everything. Thank you for being on here, sir. I can't. This is going to be tough for me because I can't say enough great things about this guy. So, and when I say tough, too, we even have a little bit of a connection in that Jack's daughter takes part in the Entrepreneurship Academy. And Jack just does so many incredible things in our community. But instead of me talking, let's get right to him. Jack, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Mr. Brightman. Nice to
And-
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, first, I guess we'll talk business first. How did you get into real estate? Tell us the pathway. What led you to this?
The pathway to real estate. I left Florida State University, and my father owned a mortgage company, so I got my mortgage broker license.
Now, were you there when Bobby Bowden was there? The
I
FSU years?
don't recall. I know that 92, the early 90s were great, and that's when I wasn't there.
Okay. All right. All right, go ahead.
So my father owned a mortgage company. I was young. He didn't think that people would trust me doing their mortgages, so I went and started answering the phones at the company, and I have the gift of gab, and I was able to convince him to let me go on some appointments with him and learn, and I got into the mortgage business. U.S. Home Mortgage, which is now Lennar, there was an opportunity in Clearwater, Florida to be their internet call guy for people that were interested in purchasing homes. And I did mortgages out of Clearwater, Florida. Then the opportunity to be the lead guy in Fort Myers off 6 Mile Cypress came up. And my wife and I moved from Clearwater to Fort Myers. And then I saw how much fun the realtors were having playing golf while they were talking to me. And I said, I need to do that. So I got my real estate license in 2004, and 21 years later, still love this.
And how many
job.
homes do you think you've sold, roundabout number, in our area?
Close to 800 homes in my 21 years. In Estero, I've sold 650. So that's my home. Estero is my home.
That's a lot of homes.
Yeah.
Jack, so first of all, thank you for being here. And before I ask you a real estate related question, first I just want to applaud you for the job you've done with your daughter, Caitlin Mancini, who was on a previous episode and recognized as one of our students of the month. And since I got to Estero, she has just talked about extremely highly, very successful in sports and academic. And it's my understanding she's going to be following in your footsteps and going to FSU, correct?
That is the plan. We're going to have that decision today.
Today
From
is
Florida
the big
State.
day.
Yes,
yes, the big
We'll
day
find
for
out
that.
if she gets
Big day
accepted.
for that. So
Yeah.
amazing job with her. She's just an outstanding young lady.
Thank you.
So now into real estate. Talk to us about the current state of the real estate market.
Okay, well, historically, season, November through Easter is very good, and then May through October is slow. The fourth quarter of 2025 was excellent, which is nice to have some confidence. There's consumer confidence. Interest rates have come down. No hurricanes certainly helped our cause. But the current state of real estate in Southwest Florida, it's a balance. I mean, there are a lot of active listings out there, so buyers have a lot of options. New construction is strong, so there's great opportunities for buyers to purchase new, and there are a lot of incentives that go along with new construction. The interest rate's 4.99. They're paying some closing costs, and but the resales are doing their best to compete with the new homes. All the new homes seem to be pretty far out there, east on Corkscrew 7 miles. You have a beautiful community, Verdana Village, which I love. But Stony Brook, 24 years old now, 25 years old, they're hanging in there strong because they're of their location. And there's just a lot of options for buyers. And if sellers price their properties properly, which is the key, you can't chase the market. You have to get in front of it. Those sellers are finding buyers for their resales.
When we talk real estate, Jack, what is some of the thing, like, what's your mantra? How have you been so successful? What do you stand for, and why do you think people come to you? And also, before you start that, why don't you give everybody your phone number? So if you're out there and you are looking for some property, maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're like new to the area or you're going to be moving to, Jack, go ahead, tell them how they would get a hold of you.
Okay, I'm with Keller Williams Realty. We have an office in Bonita and Estero. I can be reached at 239-218-2685, and you can always find me on Zillow or Realtor.com or Google at jackmancini.com.
So tell us a little bit what separates you from somebody else.
You know, I have been doing this for 21 years. I tell people the truth even when I don't think I'm going to get the listing, because a lot of sellers list their property with whoever tells them the highest price. Mm-hmm. So I'm honest with people. I give them some ideas to stage their home or paint this wall. And I'm just honest with people, and I tell them the truth, do the right thing. And sometimes I don't get that listing, but that's okay. They'll remember me. If it doesn't sell, they'll call me and say, hey, we should have listened to you, Jack.
Absolutely. And then you always, it seems like to me, the dealings that I've seen with you always go the extra mile for the people, whether it's you have your own truck, right, that you lend to people to move and some of the other things, and you have a great staff behind you helping everybody along the way, right? So.
Yeah, it's all about your support staff. My wife does all the paperwork, which
let's
I'm
bring her up.
not great
let's give her
at.
Some props here, Jack.
But my wife, Catherine, thank you for all that you do. She keeps me organized. I do have a moving truck that I let people use for free. I don't provide the labor, but I do provide the box truck. And my motto is I sell more because I do more. And I do go the extra mile. I will sweep out the garage. I will do whatever it takes. That could be my motto too, whatever it takes, because that's what I do.
Love it.
Go the extra step.
So how many daughters do you have? Take us a little bit to the family.
Okay, I have 3 daughters.
Did they all go to Estero?
They did. They all went through Pine Woods Elementary School to Three Oaks Middle to Estero High School. All were on the varsity soccer teams. Madeline is 22. She works for the Jacksonville Jaguars now. She graduated this past summer from Florida State University. Ansley is a junior at Florida State, double majoring in finance, risk management, and insurance. And Caitlin is our last one at the house.
And Mr. Brightman, as you know, Caitlin, she played for me on the golf team. In all my years of coaching golf, now, Mr. Brightman, I got to take you back a little bit. I basically coached boys golf for about 20 years, and Miss Seelig told me that they only had the girls' position open, and I had never coached girls before. So thank God I had Caitlin Mancini on my team, and there was another girl too that really spearheaded the leadership. But in all my years, Mr. Brightman, I have never seen a man that loves golf more than this man, right? I could literally, they could let me go on the golf team and they could bring him on. He literally gave, what did you do? Tell him what you gave your daughter on our district championship match.
Oh, you'll have to remind me. Oh, I always give her a playbook, hole 1 through 18.
Wow. A whole playbook, Mr. Brightman, on what club to hit.
Yardage book.
Yeah,
so you're good at golf, I take it.
Oh,
I was very good at golf. I would shoot around par, all the time.
That's very good.
And then I learned how to fish and hunt. So I put down the golf clubs and picked up the fishing pole.
And we had our banquet at Top Golf, and he commences to, the net at the very end.
You hit the net, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Or did you go over the net?
Yeah,
no going over the net.
No, he hit the net, but he just showcased his talent there for us. But he is an amazing parent, and I want to give you kudos for that because, being a great businessman is great, but I think that our true value is in our children. And for me as a teacher, I love it when I see the relationships that the dads or moms have with their kids, and I know you guys have a real special one, and I don't want to just be totally about Caitlin, but where I was going with this question is how did you manage that growing up all these 3 successful girls, and what did you think about Estero education through the years? Because you always support us. You whether it's sponsoring our banquet, and we are here, Mr. Brightman, because of this man, because he sponsors the podcast. Yes. So thank you for that.
Sure.
Because this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you. But tell the parents out there or us what what's your secret sauce? How did you raise these 3 girls, and what do you think about Estero education from your perspective?
Well, raising our daughters, being in the real estate business does give me a lot of flexibility. It is not a 9-to-5 job, so I do work every day at some point. But being able to be with our daughters and not miss soccer games and really dive into building up their life. My wife is amazing, so I will give her all the credit for that. But I just support her decisions, and we have done. We're really proud of ourselves for how well we've done with these girls.
And you should be, yeah.
Estero Education, I just support the community, give back to the community. It's given so much to us. And Estero High School's been great. They used to call it the Pink Prison before it got painted, by the way, Mr. Brightman.
They painted it.
But no, Estero Education is excellent. Sure, we could have put our children in private schools, but we love Estero High School, and we're very proud parents of
And thank you
Estero
to
High.
also, he does the announcing for all the soccer games, Mr. Brightman.
Yes, I've got one more home game on the schedule, and then I'm going to drop the mic.
And that's just
Like
gonna be your
Kobe,
last
just
one?
drop
This
it.
will be my last one, but I think we'll make it into regionals, and
Let me know
and
when
we'll
that
be
day
able
is.
to
Remember,
or districts.
I want to hang
mean,
with you on one.
sure,
So
sure.
I'll be
Come
the
up to the
last one.
booth.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to kind of sit beside you. Anything you want to know about? It's not often you have an expert here. Do you have a house yet, or are you renting?
Renting.
He's brand new.
Renting.
So this
Okay.
is your
I've got a
next
business
client
card
right
for
there.
you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So go ahead. What do you want to know?
Any advice for any of our students that might be interested in going into real estate or just wanting to be successful in a career in general? What advice would you give to them?
Well, real estate, there is no matching 401k or insurance for that matter. You're on your own to provide your own health insurance. So you need to know going into being self-employed that you're going to be responsible for everything, your retirement, your insurance, etc. I would go to a career night at Keller Williams. Our office hosts career nights.
Okay.
I know one of the students in your entrepreneurship class has expressed interest in doing that.
Yes.
So we'll get you a
That'll-
calendar of events
please
for
provide that for us
for
and we can share
January,
that with
and
our
we'd love to have some of the students that are interested in
And we can
learning
probably put
about
that
real
on the
estate
screen
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
We'll put it
Yeah.
up that way. Yeah.
come to our career night and see what that's all about. There's self-employment is great. You do have control of your time to an extent. What you put in, you will get out, and you just have to be organized and diligent with your money. You got to know where to spend your money and your return on investment. And no, I love what I do, and you have to love what you do. If you don't love it,
that
you're not going to
shows-
be successful
that
at it.
shows in the way you talk about it.
There you go. So
Thank you.
we want to end today. First of all, we want to thank you for coming in. And guess what?
The
all the business
Wildcast.
guests get the Wildcast hats.
All right.
So you're official now.
Yes, you are.
So you got to wear that proudly in the community next time you play golf or you go
Yeah,
boating.
will do.
And we are ending this broadcast with the rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Rapid fire, one word answers. If you want to elaborate a touch more, we won't.
Okay.
We won't stop you. You ready? First
Yes,
of
sir.
all, what do you do for fun? We kind of found that out, but what do you
Fish hunt, golf,
do? Most important trait for success.
attitude,
I like it. One word that defines your company culture.
God, family, business. Sorry, that's 3 words.
I like it. I like all 3.
that.
Okay. One word that describes your leadership style.
Lead by example.
All right. Favorite movie?
Caddyshack. That was easy.
One book every kid should read.
Think and grow rich.
That's a good one. One word that describes Estero High School from a business person's point of view.
Great academics and leadership.
Love it. Last, I was going to ask you favorite daughter, but I don't
Not
want to get you
having
in
it.
trouble. No, it changes from day to day probably.
Sure.
But again, we want to thank you for being on the podcast, and and for all you do for us.
Well, thank you.
We can't thank you enough. And if I could roll out the red carpet for you everywhere you go, I would do it, because we're just blessed to have you part of our family. And I know you don't have any more daughters coming up, but I sure hope you stay in touch with us and you stay connected to us.
I will, and I love what you're doing with the entrepreneurship program, and I'd be happy to come back and stay talk to a class again.
And I know Jen loves you, Miss Seelick loves you, and she just thinks the world of you and the company. And again, if you're looking for a realtor, you guys can't go wrong without having Jack as your realtor, Jack Mancini Realty. So again, thanks, sir. Thank you, sir, for being on. And
thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Jack Mancini consistently sells more real estate in Estero than any other agent. Trusted, reliable, and straightforward. Jack is ready to assist with all your real estate needs. Jack sells more because he does more.
Here we are back with the Wildcast, and Mr. Brightman, again, this is my favorite part of the show. We get to spotlight our amazing students at our school, and we are going to be spotlighting 2 amazing seniors today. And these are kids that have been through it all. They have 1/2 a semester left to go. Can you believe that? I bet they're counting the days. But along with us today, we have the one world-famous Michael Lau with us, and we have another very famous person, Miss Emily Custo. And Emily and I go back real far. I was actually her golf coach. So for one, we'll get into that later. But we're going to concentrate. I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'm going to let you ask these seniors some important questions. First of all, welcome to the Wildcast, y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, we want to welcome you guys. Thank you for being here. And I hear amazing things about both of you. And so I'm excited to hear your answers to some of these questions. So, Michael, I'm going to start with you. And I do want to say, I really enjoyed watching you on the football field.
Yes, sir.
You're a linebacker, and back in the day, I was a linebacker as well. Not nearly as good as you are, but I love football. And so being at the games and just watching how well you played and the job you did on the football field was something I really enjoyed. So the question I have for you would be, and I also have seen you on the basketball court as well, talk to us about the role that sports has played in terms of shaping you as a student and as a person.
I would say it has helped me become a better leader in all aspects of my life, with just building people up in times when everything is hard, because there's a lot of times during a game there's ups and downs, so you have to be able to be that rock that everybody can come to and be like, hey, we're good, everybody calm down, it's just let's just get back together and continue to push forward. So just being able to learn how to lead and persevere through the hard times, the sports have just taught me to work hard. Not everything is just natural talent. Sometimes you do have the natural talent of, okay, I'm just naturally good at this, but you have to enhance that so you can continue to be the best on the field and the best in the classroom with your grades and studying and just continuing to learn how to do new things in and out every day.
Great. And you touched on leadership, and I want to come back to that here in a minute. But before I do, Emily, so now both of you are...
Emily likes to talk, by the way, and she's chomping at the bit there, okay, Mr. Brightman. She wants to talk. Come on now.
So, Emily, you are a successful senior Wildcat, right?
Yes.
And I know that you have excelled in the classroom. You've been involved in clubs, extracurricular activities. Tell us about what your favorite part about being at Estero has been, and in terms of being a successful senior, what do you think led to you being as successful as you are?
I think my favorite part about Estero is the variety that we have here. For me, I play flag football, I do golf, I do theater, I do Future Educators of America. Those are all very, very different things. And I think Estero, just us having that opportunity to go out and try everything, that has really, really helped me, especially in theater and FEA, where I'm very two prominent leaders in those clubs. It just really it's gave me a sense of purpose, being here and everything. It helps me inspire other kids and just let them know that you don't because theater is considered weird, so I always got oh, you're a theater kid, But like I just want people to know that like it's okay to do what you like, and like Future Educators of America, like no one wants to be a teacher, but like I do, and it's just like I think Estero having that like great variety of trying everything and being able to do everything has really just like shaped me like to who I am, and like these 4 years have just like shown me so much, and like I've learned so much about myself through these different clubs and sports, and it's just been like really, really great.
That's awesome.
Why do you want to be a teacher? And I think there is a lot of people that think the teaching profession isn't all that great, but I will tell you it's probably been the highlight of my life. And I've done some entrepreneur things as well, as you know, but I have gotten so much in return from this profession. But why do you want to be a teacher?
Well,
It gets a bad rap where I'm going, but it really shouldn't.
No, me and Michael also actually both want to be teachers. We just found this out outside.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah, I just think, like, especially, so I want to be an elementary school teacher, well, we both do, and I just think it's so important, like, becoming that, like, person for someone. Like, these kids with, like, newer generations that I'm seeing, like, they struggle at home, they struggle, like, in the classroom and everything, and I just want to be able to be that teacher that's, like, there for them, that safe space, that classroom that they can come in and, like, they're just, like, have the most amazing day. It's, like, an escape from reality, whether they're dealing with stuff at home and friends and, like, just anything. Like, I just want to be there for them.
Emily, I'm going to cry, Emily. That, like, you should do the ad for the National Teacher Association. That's I mean, I didn't know you were that deep.
No, it is that
I mean, and Michael, listening to you speak, I mean, I'm only sad that I never had you as a student. And I'm hoping, you don't know this, but they're starting this new leadership class last semester, and I hope you sign up for it. You'll get 3 hours of college credit. It's something brand new, but I would love to be able to teach a kid like you. You're pretty amazing, even to recognize some of the things, being that I played sports too, that you already recognize that things in life don't always go perfect, do they? The game is always going to have some ebbs and flows, and how you deal with that will speak to and here's what I say, Michael, and I don't know if you agree with me, that you as a kid who plays on a sports team, the best teams are the teams that police themselves, and you have leaders within the team that take what the coach says and they implement it, and the coach doesn't have to say anything more. It's just you guys implementing it, and I'm glad that I have your sister Jada, but I hope I maybe get to have you in this last semester. But I love your answers so far.
You know, you mentioned elementary education. I was excited to hear that because I went to college to be an elementary school teacher, so
Really?
would love to talk to you guys about that.
He should be your mentor.
I'd love to be your mentor.
That would be
So
amazing.
love that you guys are going into that.
Yeah.
He hopefully one day will be a principal at an elementary, and he can hire you. I see it happening.
It's coming
You got to
together.
just,
It's like a
you got
full circle.
to, see, as an entrepreneur, you just see that stuff.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is school spirit.
Mhm.
And my first pep rally, which here at Estero, was unlike any pep rally I've experienced. I was at the elementary level. We did have pep rallies, but it was not as exciting as the one that Mr. Schell led.
Yeah.
But I remember the dancing. I remember you guys just really going out there and just having fun and enjoying it. And so talk to us a little bit about what role do you think school spirit plays? How is that important, and what has led you to really want to promote school spirit at Estero?
I would say just being able to have fun. Like, a lot of people dread coming to school because it's, I have to do all this at work, all this, all that. But when it's a pep rally day, it's shortened classes. You get to go out, you get to have fun at the pep rally. It's always something like cool going on with the games and the dance competitions, the music.
And you can dance. You guys both can dance.
Oh, we did.
They won it.
We practiced.
They won it. They won it.
But yeah, I would say just being able to go and have fun dress-up days. School spirit dress-up days are one of the most fun times to be at school, because you get to see everybody's personality come out of, oh, I didn't know that they liked that, because people will wear certain things on their pajamas like, oh, they're interested in that. It's something I'm interested in too. So it's like you get to learn about people along the way as well, so you can make new connections on those days.
Great. Emily?
It's just like a fact of like being yourself. Like coming to school not feeling embarrassed to do dress-up days. Like, I know last year when we had a bunch of dress-up days, like, me and my best friend went all out. Like, we were dressing up for every single day because, like, people shouldn't feel embarrassed to do that. And I know, like, a lot of people, especially a lot of, like, freshmen and sophomores, like, they get, like, nervous to do it because they want to fit in and everything. And I, like, just think that you shouldn't worry about that. Like, just go out and have fun.
That brings us to our next question. Okay, you're seniors now. What advice would you give the incoming freshmen coming into our school next year, or if they're 8th graders right now and they're coming in, and even you could even give some advice to the parents of these kids. What advice would you give that incoming freshman about the Estero experience?
I would say just be yourself. Like, people don't like others that aren't true to themselves. Like, if you act one way around a certain group of people and then change around another, that's going to rub the wrong way on certain people, and they're going to be like, I don't want to be friends with that person. But if you're true to yourself, you're the same person around everybody, and you don't care what others think, that's the best way to win people over and to have a lot of friends, to be known around school as, hey, I like that person. And just...
And Michael, you want to know something? I'll tell you this. I'll give you some kudos today because this is about you getting your props. When I started planning the pep rally and I'm brand new to the school, first thing I said to everybody, who's the most popular kid? Who's the kid that everybody, if I get them with me, will get everybody excited? Everyone told me Michael Lau. Mr. Brightman, everyone. And I mean, that's how special a guy you are, man. And that is a gift. And you got to use that gift in your classroom one day when you're a teacher, and to getting people to like you. That is a real special talent. Not everybody possesses that.
Very unique. What would you say your top memory is at Estero High School?
I think my top memory is probably falling down the stairs. Actually, it's like
you didn't
really
get hurt,
good.
Did you?
No, I didn't, but it
Okay,
was
good.
like really funny. I like completely slipped down the stairs. That was probably one of my most vivid memories.
And a lot of people saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Doherty saw it.
Well,
He was there.
and I want to again lift up Emily. Emily too is the girl who spoke at the banquet about me, and she's very special to me. And she's, I've never met a child who could, or a student as much as Emily. I think you could also be a party planner. Mr. Brightman, whenever it was Mr. Brightman, anytime we needed to do something fun, whether it was a photo shoot, whether it was things I never even knew existed for a team, this is the young lady that would bring the fun to the team. And the excitement, and she would rally everybody around. And I think if I didn't have Emily's support, my year in golf wouldn't have been as smooth. And I know, Emily, you might not be as happy as how much you know, like how far you hit it. And because Mr. Brightman, can you imagine just picking up golf in August? And we're trying to, but I think you came a long way. But tell us about your golf experience. But I first want to thank you as a kid, or as a teacher to a kid, that you're very special. And I don't want to cry, but you are as amazing as you made me sound that night. So thank you.
That was also like, so I literally got thrown in that. Julia was like, do you want to say something like 5 minutes before? I was like, yeah, I'll say something. And
because they know you're the one that willing to say something. So.
No, yeah. Golf was amazing this season. I'm all about trying new things. Me and Maya were like, okay, we're going to sign up for the golf team. Never played golf a day in my life. Signed up. And I feel like it just, like, brings people together. Like, me and Maya got completely close. And I've gotten close with, like, so many girls, like, especially the younger girls on the team. And, like, Allison, who was new this year and everything. Like, her coming to the school. Like, I'm just all about, like, being inclusive with everything I do. Like, all these different stuff. Like, kindness is free. So just be kind.
I love that. See how we're learning?
That was going to be my...
Kindness is free, Mr. Brightman.
Yeah,
really
kindness,
like
it costs nothing to be kind. Like, if you're just kind to everyone and include everyone, like, no matter what type of kids they are, because I've been around so many different kids at Estero, from theater and band kids to the ACE kids. Like, there's a whole variety, and it literally, I've gotten along with all of them, and it literally just costs nothing to be kind.
If you could say one word that describes our culture at Estero, what would you choose, Michael? One word to describe our culture there.
I would say welcoming. Like I transferred in from Cyprus my freshman year or going into my sophomore year, and so just coming into Estero as a new kid into your sophomore year isn't easy because everybody in your grade has already known each other. But knowing kids from elementary school and just everybody just being able to, hey, hi, I'm so-and-so, what's your name? So just being able to come in and just feel welcome and feel everybody's nice. And so it's just...
We're going to come to you, Emily, but, that's too how me and Mr. Brightman are newbies. So this is my first semester at Estero, and this is your first semester. So, and I feel that's how I feel welcomed, especially by my students. I feel really loved and welcomed by them. And that's important from a teacher's standpoint. But go ahead, Emily, what would your one word be?
I would probably either say upbeat or inclusive because, again, there's just so many kids here and, like, it's just like so crazy packed, but it's also like so upbeat and fun. Like there's always something going on. Teachers are always like dressing up, bright, happy. Like I don't think any classroom I've ever stepped into has been like so dull or like anything. It's like such like an upbeat environment.
Here's your chance to, we're getting close to the end. Give a special shout out to your favorite teacher you had at Estero and tell us why.
You first? Do you know?
And if there's two, I don't mind you giving props out to two.
I would have to say probably Miss Danielson.
And tell her why. Here's your chance to talk to Miss Danielson.
I would say she's just very upbeat. It's my first class in the day. I just wake up. So just coming in and being able to go in that class and just always have fun. She's always making jokes. She's always saying something that's like making me laugh. So just being able to go in that class and have fun and get work done in the same amount of time, it's just nice to be able to go in and not feel like, oh, I have to go to this class. But it's I get to go see Miss Danielson. It's something that I'm excited about every day.
Great.
All right, Em.
Mine would be, he was my teacher and then he turned admin, Mr. Doherty, because I remember switching.
Shout out to Mr. Doherty.
Mr. Doherty. But I remember switching into his class really late in the year, my sophomore year, and I was so behind. But, like, his classroom and the people in it, he just made me, like, get caught up so quick. And I think he had my favorite class out of, like, all my years. And, like, still to this day, like, I tell Mr. Doherty everything. He's, like, one of my favorite people at the school. So.
Well, you never forget this as you go into your teaching career. Just know that, and I think you already know this innately, but as a teacher, relationships are the most important thing. And building those in the beginning of your class time, the way he was very accepting when you first came in, it's a gift and a talent. Not everybody possesses it, but I would think most of us at Estero really know that. But just always remember, build the relationships first, then you can teach them.
Yeah, very true.
Right, Mr. Brightman?
Absolutely. The relationships are key. It's about how you make your students feel. You know, build that relationship.
Any shout outs you want to give to friends out there? Do you want to, or mom? This is your chance on the podcast to say thank you. This is like your, like you get those senior speeches. Yeah. This is your senior speech. So go ahead and give a shout out real fast.
My shout out is one of my best friends, Maya, for doing golf with me this year. She was amazing. Woo-hoo. We've gotten so close thanks to Coach Schell and his golf team. So, definitely Maya.
Okay, and how about mom and dad? You want to say anything to them? Or you?
I mean, I don't know. They know that I'm appreciative of them.
Okay. All right, Michael, you're
I want to shout out Aiden Sorens. He's like my little brother. So just being able to play multiple sports with him and spend this last year and a half, last 2 years with him. It's just been fun. So.
Well, you guys, I want to thank you for everything you brought to Estero High School and for you giving up time today to be on the old Wildcast. And Michael, I know you got the dreads flowing. You see that hair right over there? I wish I had hair like that. I wouldn't wear a hat as much. But Michael, I want you to wear this proudly at school. Yes, and will you please, both of you, will both of you guys please talk about the Wildcast and talk it up to your friends so that people listen? Do you think this is a good medium to get everything out, get the information about our school out?
I think so.
Okay, great.
We're grateful for you guys being here. You did an awesome job.
Thank you for having
me. Excited.
And good luck, fellow teachers.
Yes.
fellow, in the future and anything we can do, and I hope you will take advantage of him becoming your mentor, because he's a good guy and he'll help you. So thank you, Michael, and maybe one day you can come back to Estero, or after you do your elementary school, maybe you can come back and give back to Estero. We'd be glad to have you there too. All right, thank you guys. Love you all, and take care of yourselves.
We love
Thanks,
you,
guys.
DJ Coach.
Jack Mancini consistently sells more real estate in Estero than any other agent. Trusted, reliable, and straightforward. Jack is ready to assist with all your real estate needs. Jack sells more because he does more.
Welcome back to the Wildcast, and what a segment with that Mr. Jack Mancini.
Another awesome segment.
Did you learn something about real estate?
I did. I knew a little bit about real estate, but a lot more now. He just had so much to share with us, and great advice for everyone.
What a show. Starting with Miss Kirby, what did you think about Miss Kirby?
She was outstanding. Just what she's doing with her kids, helping them pass that test, and just how...
What a heart. Yeah.
Truly. So that was very motivating.
You know, kids who struggle in school need to have somebody special in their corner, because I was one of those kids. And I think that's why I went into education too, because I wanted to give kids who struggle. For me, it was more ADD, and it was hard for me to concentrate enough to read. Mm-hmm. And I was able in life to take my limitation and use it to my advantage, I believe. But she's an incredible educator,
We're very
and
lucky to have her at our school.
so it's kind of neat with these, because you get to know the different teachers, and then the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow.
Emily, tremendous students.
I mean,
athlete,
future educator superstars. I mean, like, what they do for our school is really amazing.
Yeah.
And
they're going to have a huge impact in the elementary classroom.
and I'm looking forward to you mentoring Emily and maybe Michael, but I think it's going to be really big for her to have you in her life. That'll be awesome. So, this is the point where we talk about a lot of the major things happening at the school. So, get ready if you're out there and you're at a place where you can take some notes. Get your pens out, and here we go, Mr. Brightman. What do we got coming up?
First of all, I just want to say our Wildcast Standard, which is our newsletter that comes out the first of every month, and it's sent out to all of our stakeholders. It's also on our school website. Is very important for everyone to see, because that gives all the what's happening, what's upcoming events. Talking about things to celebrate with student success, and just everything that's happening at our school. So the things I'm about to mention, you will see in that newsletter, but please check out that Wildcat Standard. Big day coming up 5 days from now, January 20th, is the opportunity. It's a school choice application.
Very important, parents.
Yes.
If you are an incoming 8th grader, you got to fill this out.
If you want to be here at Estero, this does fill up quick. So get that application in. If you need to know how, you go to leeschools.net. Under student enrollment, there's how-to videos, step-by-step. So don't wait to get that application in. We hope to have you at Estero. Also want to call your attention to a big leadership conference coming up for our young women next month. I'm sorry, that will be next month, February 12th. So we hope that we have a great turnout for that.
Can I tell you about that?
Please tell us about that.
Well, this is part of the Entrepreneurship Academy,
Okay.
Mr. Brightman. So what we're doing is Danny Beach from Neogenomics, big business in town, will be on our show at the beginning of February to talk more about this. But basically, they've offered their space, and they're going to be, they basically are our major sponsor. They're going to be giving the girls lunch. But more importantly, there's going to be about 14 incredible speakers from our business community there. Everybody from Lois Tomei, who's on Wink TV, to a lot of the movers and shakers, the people that run business in Fort Myers, or maybe they run a bank, they run the sheriff's office in the aspect of their department. Not necessarily the sheriff, but they're more like they help him, and they're in management there. But we're talking about women entrepreneurs in our community that have done amazing businesses, everybody from Terry Hansen at Priority Marketing. But all these women are descending upon Neogenomics, We're taking 125 of our girls that either need some inspiration or just are already inspired but need the know-how on how to make their dreams come to reality. And this is all taking place February 12th, and we're bringing all these girls over to Neogenomics, and you're going to hear a lot more about this in our next episode. Because we're going to be having Danny Beach from Neogenomics on the show, along with the two. Get a load of this, Mr. Brightman. So I didn't want to plan this thing totally. So we got Natalie and we got Julia, who are basically they're on my golf team.
Right.
But I just saw something in them, and they're both in my class, my entrepreneurship class, that they could be CEOs themselves. So I got Natalie Pope and I got Julia Glasser from my 4th block class. Shout out to both of them and their parents. But they are basically putting all this together. And you want to hear this? We are meeting every other week with Danny, who's showing us how to plan events. And it's going to be, I think, an incredible day. I hope they will allow you to leave the school and see and witness this. But I think it's going to be amazing. So
I'd love to.
What other things are happening?
Also want to mention that on February 13th, that's when our students have to submit their elective course selections. That's
when again?
February 13th. So that's an important day for students to get that information in. On the 18th, we've got a big career fair coming
Let's say a parent has a question about an elective. How would they get that question handled?
Well, we have an amazing guidance counselor, team of guidance counselors.
Shout out to them. We haven't shouted them. We
out.
got to have all them on one of these episodes too.
We should. And there is a spotlight on them in our newsletter each month where you can see who your child's guidance counselor would be and just some information about them and then just some happenings in that department. So reach out to your counselor. The admin team, Mr. Doherty is our assistant principal over curriculum. He does.
That's an amazing guy right there, too.
There's never been a question that he has not been able to answer for me, anything curriculum or just high school related in general. So take advantage of him. But just reach out to the school and we're happy to help with that. So career fair, the February 18th. So those students.
Career fair is very important. What day is that again? February 8th. We got a lot going on.
This month.
So then, and when the career fair happens, what goes on with that?
Well, I will be honest with you that I have not yet been to a career fair here since being at Estero. But go ahead.
So no, I was gonna say it's not like I've been to an Estero one.
Mm-hmm.
I can only tell you from another high school, my perspective. They bring in a bunch of businesses, and then kids can basically go around and find out about careers, and then sometimes they interview you right on the spot.
Yeah.
And they might even hire you. So that's just been my experience at some of these. But so it's another one of our opportunities
Definitely.
we give kids at Estero High.
Just as the Arthrex opportunity that they had to go, we really want the kids to see, to get out there and see what these careers are and learn from it. And this career fair would be a great opportunity.
So again, I mean, that's the theme of the day, opportunities at Estero High School.
Definitely.
And Mr. Brightman, you did another amazing job. Your second one under your belt.
Thank you,
and
sir.
it's been, you've been a great co-host, been incredible to, work with. And I hope you're enjoying these and see the relevance of how they can really impact our community. And hopefully they'll want us back for a 5th one. But we wish everybody a great rest of your month. Please check in all these opportunities. Please look for that newsletter. And on behalf of Ms. Seelick, our wonderful principal, we bid you adieu for today. Any last words there, Mr. Brightman?
Thank you to you, Mr. Schell, for doing an incredible job with this podcast and giving me the opportunity to be on here. And I do believe things like this, along with our newsletter and other things that are done at Estero, we want to bring the community in. We want to get more business partners. We want students to want to be at our school. That's happening. Things are really outstanding at Estero High, and this is a great opportunity for people to see what's happening at our school.
And if you're willing to sponsor or want an ad on the podcast, please reach out to us. We'll put a email address there on the screen where you can reach out to us. And with that, Mr. Brightman, you have a wonderful day, and everybody out there have a wonderful day. And thank you to Estero Nation.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Schell.